YouTube, it's been a minute. I've been working while I've been gone, and while I've been working, I failed my first short film, Who's at the Door. Who's at the Door is actually one of 3 short films that I've written, but it's the first one, and it's the first one that I failed. Who's at the Door is about a young couple, Khalil and India, who tour a townhouse with a real estate agent, Mr. Smith. At first, the house seems clean, modern, and perfect, but subtle disturbances, faint whispers, childlike laughter, and unexplained knocks at the door begin to unsettle them. In essence, Who's at the Door is about a couple lured into a seemingly normal townhouse that reveals itself to be haunted by unseen forces tied to children, with a real estate agent who may know more than he lets on. But this film's real purpose was to be the predecessor to a feature film that I wrote called A 8 Hour Late. That's about 120 pages and took me about 3 years to complete. YouTube was the side project that I would do to kind of decompress after working on that short film for 3 years. Regardless, that feature film was a quarterfinalist, and that was the first script I ever wrote, including short films. The reason for me to make that short film was to test myself as a writer director. I wanted to see if I could find success in the directing side like I did with the feature film side, and I also wanted it to be the test piece. Who's at the Door, the failed short film, is actually the beginning to the movie At a 8 Hour Late, and it happens one day before that feature film starts. Now, why did the film fail? I have about 4 different reasons why I think the film failed. Number 1 is because I was doing everything by myself. I wrote, directed, storyboarded, did the sound, etc. Basically multitasking, and the quality dropped because of it. One of the big issues that I noticed when I first started was sound. The sound guy who was supposed to help me backed out the day before, and I had to do everything by myself. Quality dropped, and I wasn't able to pick up all the audio exactly how I wanted to. It definitely still turned out decent. I got to get one of my brothers to come, and he helped out. That was amazing, and thank you to him for it. But it was decent, but not great. You can hear it here.
Doing this, help me.
Yeah.
It took some getting used to before we could perfect that, and I think that reflects in how this first short film turned out. Another issue was the transitions and filler shots. Basically, I think I need to stop rushing. Because I was doing everything by myself, I missed some coverage shots that I think I could have gotten. For example, I shot this office shot in the basement. The shots turned out pretty good. I think the look of the overall scene looked really good. However, I didn't get as many filler shots as I needed. In certain shots, I wanted to emphasize them drawing and drawing in their signature, signing basically the deed or ownership to the house itself. And I think I could have slowed down and taken more lingering shots of just them writing, and maybe super slow mode them writing their signature to add emphasis that this is something that they shouldn't do. And also, I think I should have got more lingering shots of their faces, their expressions while doing it. I have a few, and I did take a lot of different angled shots, but I think I should have really got up close and personal with maybe one of the desk stands that I have to really emphasize their expressions while getting it, reminding the actors that this is something that they're doing, but technically they shouldn't be doing it, so they should be a little worried. And then emphasizing to Mr. Smith, which I think he did a beautiful job, just showing his expression on how he's overly ecstatic on them signing the house. Of course, he's going to be happy because they're buying it, but he should have been overly excited, and I think I should have slowed it down to kind of emphasize this on the film here. And I think that that would have started the story out a lot stronger than what it did.
This is the largest one I have. I really hope you like it.
Lighting was another issue. I think, again, in the office shot that was filmed in the basement, I think it worked well. I got to pre-plan and pre-prep before everybody got there, so the room was well lit, and it's an office, so I can overly light it, and as long as my camera's happy, I'm happy. but I think I fell short when I had some of these shots in my house in comparison. Here's some shots that I shot in my house. Of course, some color grading would clean this up a lot, but I think I relied a little too heavily on my Forza 60B2 to kind of light the scenes, and I should have used more practical lights in some of these shots, and I think I relied a little too heavily on the natural light while we were outside. Just some things that I got to learn with being on some sets now that I got some experience. I think I could have done a lot better here, and it'll definitely reflect in the next film that I put out on why I should have focused and paid attention a lot to the lighting. Camera movement is probably the last thing I think I could have improved on for this short film itself. I have way too many static shots. I had a 2-camera setup, an A7S3, and then I also had an A7 III. However, I think a lot of the gimbal shots that we got on the A7 III worked really well, and I should have done a lot more gimbal shots. Basically, for every static shot, I think I should have gotten some gimbal shots and actually taken the time to look through it. And I think that the static shots where the characters move but the camera doesn't, followed by some brief gimbal shots for contrast, would have made you feel like you were in the film a little bit more. A good example is in like Scary Movie, the first one, where they're kind of moving through the house itself, I think with a gimbal or some type of moving camera itself, where the girl is sitting still, but it still feels very alive. And I think it's because the camera is moving, and that's something that I learned. But regardless, these are some of the lessons learned from the film, and I kind of want to pause for a second and read a quote that Denzel Washington said that's really helpful to me. And he says, "If you don't fail, you're not even trying. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success, and if I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward." And I want to emphasize how this framework on failure is necessary for growth. I've never been the person who was able to get it right the first time. To be honest, I'm surprised my feature film even was a quarterfinalist in competitions with around 2,000 people, because normally I fail hard the first time. For example, when you see those people who are learning a new dance move, we'll use Kai Cenat for example. He seems to be one of those people who can take it on and catch on really quick, but I'm that person who's on the side, but it takes me time to actually learn it. But then when I learn it well, and then I can make it look effortless. But I have to fail first, and I kind of have to fail publicly, funny enough, for me to then push myself to learning it. And I want to highlight again that, you know, with me, my second short film failed as well. This one, it was at a higher level. This short film was extremely VFX heavy. People warned me against it before I did it, but I wanted to push myself, and I like proving people wrong. So I went about it and did the best that I could to get the product that it's out. Right now, it's still in the editing phase. I don't know if I'm going to put it out to the world, but if you guys want to see it, let me know down in the comment section down below. But I do think it's important for you to believe in yourself, failing forward, investing your own money, learning the hard way, and pushing through. To me, if you're a person that doesn't always get it, you're never the person who gets it quickly. I think that this is something that's important, and you should be okay with failure. It's the price of entry, and we're all going through these learning curves. Regardless, for me, short film number 3 is in the works. It's a horror short film, but right now I'm choosing between a simpler short to refine my skills, to make sure that I can put something out for people to see and for myself to see the finished product, or a bigger script that's not super VFX heavy. But my friends have all been telling me that it's my best work so far, which is pushing my ego to doing this bigger film and failing forward again. Regardless, chase your dream. The grind don't stop, and don't ever let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. If you guys think that I should put Who's Out the Door for your viewing pleasures, if I get, I don't know, 5 comments that say put it out, I'll put it out. Same with my second short film, Inner Shadows. If that's something that you guys want to see, I'll put it out, because I know I'm going to continue to fall forward, and each time it's going to get a little bit better, and you guys can be a part of that journey ahead. Regardless, thanks for watching, but I wanted a place to document the things that I'm doing, and I think some of these things are fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give me a like if you like this video. Catch you guys in the next one, and I'll let you guys know when short film number 3 is ready for you guys to see. Peace.
What happened? Who doesn't want to see who?
She doesn't want to see.
Who? I need to know who. Look at me. Okay, but I need to know who, okay? I need to know who.